So Tempe is looking at making some changes because evidently there's been a big issue with people spiking drinks at the bar. And the executive director of the anti-spiking advocacy group called No More telling Axios about 90% of incidents go unreported.
Yeah.
Tempe City Council member Randy Keating telling Axios the proposed ordinance, which is not yet finalized, would focus on detection and prevention. So bars would have to offer drink testing kits to patrons. They could sell them for up to 120% of the cost, which would be about $5 a piece. So every bar would basically, look, you got beer, you got wine, you got spirits, you got test kits. It's all behind the bar. Every bar would have to do that. And then bars that hand them out for free along with drink covers to block spiking could get rebates on their liquor license fees. So that would incentivize them even further. Drink covers are not mandatory. They would be required for the rebate, however, which means you get your drink. It's not exactly a sippy cup, but it does have a cover on it when it shows up. Pamela, I am really curious about your take on this.
Love this.
Okay.
Absolutely love it. I went to college at ASU.
Yeah.
So I'd spend a little bit of time in some of those Tempe bars.
Studying. A good study.
At the library.
Of course.
Yeah. You know, down there off of Mill Avenue.
Yeah.
And I had a drink spiked.
You did?
Mm-hmm. Luckily, I was at the bar with my boyfriend. We were there for a graduation party, and they were selling $2 Coronas.
Nice.
So you know what bar it is. If you know, you know.
You know.
And so we had the back part of the bar. I had just gotten a beer. I had not even half of one beer. Now, I'm a senior at ASU. I can hold my liquor.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
A half a beer isn't going to do anything to me. And at the time, my boyfriend was like, what is up with you? Because I got all loopy, and he was just like, okay, we're leaving. Ended up going home, blacked out, woke up, puked my guts out, and the only thing would have been my drink got spiked. And at that same party, there were 2 other girls. The lucky part is that I was there with someone I trusted.
Right. Right.
And this is what's different for women. Like, you as a dude have never walked into a bar and stuck your thumb in the Corona bottle and walked around like this. This is how I always drank my beers.
With your finger
with
in
my thumb in my beer. When you didn't put your drink down. If you did, you would take like a coaster and put it on top. Yeah. If you went to the bathroom, you always left it with a girlfriend of yours. If a guy bought you a drink and he goes to hand one, you take the sip out of the one that you have right now, and then you give it to me. These are things that women are used to going through.
Yeah, and I have no experience with this.
No, not at all.
No.
I mean, when was the last time you walked to the car with your keys in between your fingers?
Never.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You don't think about getting in the car and having to lock the door right away. These are the things that women go through. So I love the idea. I think it's a great idea. Implementation of it, I don't really know how you put this on bars. I think it comes down to a personal responsibility type of situation.
Is there a way, I mean, these don't sound like unreasonable requests the city may be putting on these bars, and it would seem to me, now, the bars might say there's just one more thing that we have to do, and I would certainly understand that. But it seems like this is one that, I mean, even if you didn't mandate it, couldn't you incentivize this in some way so that a bar could have like a, safe standards sticker? This bar has been approved by the Tempe as a safe bar or something of that sort? I know that's a little risky. You don't want to call it safe necessarily. But.
No, but I wonder how, I don't know. I'm not on the bar scene anymore, the club scene anymore.
Got old.
But, oh my goodness. I don't know how many people would actually use this. I wonder if it's more of a deterrent.
Okay.
So, for instance, when you're in college, you know the bars. You know the bars to go to. You know the bars you can get into underage. You know all the things. Mm-hmm. If you know that, like, this bar, this bar, this bar, and this bar take this serious because they offer these kits that you can test your drink to see if it's been spiked, or they offer the ability to put a cover on your drink, and they take it seriously, then that might give you some more comfort and also deter people who might go there, and spike drinks. They're going to stay away from those bars.
I could get caught there.
Yeah.
Right.
They're a little bit more diligent about it than, say, maybe this one down the street. I could see that potentially being a thing. But still, at the end of the day, I think it comes down to personal responsibility, and I don't trust anyone when I go to a bar.
Side note, talking about women fearing dudes. Have you ever had a dude, I'm asking because this is what I do. Have you ever had a dude that you noticed was, say, walking behind you, who then, like, intentionally crossed the road so he was not walking behind you? I've done this because I know women freak out. And I know I'm a large man, right? I'm an intimidating guy. And so if I just, for instance, I think about this, I'll walk and pick up my mail from the P.O. box. And I'm leaving, and there'll be a woman in front of me, and she's walking, and I'm a fast walker, so I'm going to catch up to her, and I know that freaks her out, so then I have to slow way down, and then I'm irritated because
Pass her.
I will.
No, like give her some space and then pass her. If you're in front of her, then she has control.
Okay.
If you're behind her,
I always worry about the passing.
No, just give some space and just
Give
be like,
Excuse
hey,
me.
how's it going? And walk on. And I love that you do that. Like, I have a 16-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
And there was an instance we were traveling for soccer, and we were in Vegas. We get in the elevator. It was just the two of us. And right at the last second, a guy comes in. Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
There's like 15
an
stories,
elevator,
whatever. And he looks at the floor and goes, oh, yeah, that's the one I need. Like, he just needed the ninth floor like it was ours. And, my daughter's oblivious to all of this. And
But your hackles are up.
Oh, totally. And he kind of held back so that she and I got out first. So we get out, and you can go left or you could go right after, down the hallway. I make a right. He makes a right behind us. I grab my phone. I put my back up against the wall, and I'm like, hey, honey, what's going on? I'm like, right. I'm like, yep, we're here. We're going to be right down the hall in just a second. And I let the guy walk past me.
Okay.
And he went down like 5.
And everything was cool.
He went down 5 doors, and he went in his room.
Okay.
So it was totally legit. But I then used that instance to talk to my daughter, because we travel all the time, about when you're walking down a hallway at a hotel, you don't want some strange dude hanging out behind you. Grab your phone, put it your back against the wall, act like you're talking to someone, and let him go.
That's smart.
But these are all the things that we need to be teaching our kids, and guys don't think about. So I love what Tempe is doing with the whole possibly first city in Arizona to adopt a law aimed at preventing drinking spiking.
News is popping off today. That's the second time I've used that phrase in the show.
You're so cool.
News is popping off. We're getting jiggy with the latest. Wait until the 6-7.
Oh my gosh. You're so cringe.
So cringe. Aura points for us next.
Oh, jeez.
Thanks for watching The Chris and Joe Show. Click to see more from Chris and Joe, and tap the button in the middle to subscribe to KTAR News.